Good evening and welcome to ElRenoIndians.tv, powered by Squirtle and Mr. Adam Dieselhorse. Fantastic team. On behalf of El Reno Athletic Director and the head coach of Indians basketball, Mr. Rodney Hayden, El Reno High School Principal, Mr. Tim Pounds, and El Reno Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Matt Goucher, we welcome you. Tonight, the El Reno Lady Indians and head coach Chad Whitney and the Indians and head coach in his inaugural season, Anthony McDonald, square off with the Lady Chicks and Chicks from Chickasha. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Kurt Parker, producer of ElRenoIndians.tv, representing El Reno IT Department, and Director Eric Vandegrift is Cole Owen. And it is my pleasure to be joined tonight by El Reno Public Schools Director of Leadership and Personnel, Mr. Pat Lideker. And Pat will join us shortly. January is Board Member Appreciation Month, and we certainly appreciate every one of ours. El Reno Board of Education members are Mr. Curtis Blank, Mr. Brad Baker, Mr. Scott McBee, Mr. Eric Palmer, and Board President, Mrs. Dory Parrott. Thank you all for what you do for the El Reno educators and our students. We wouldn't be able to bring you this live stream this evening if it wasn't for our sponsors. Bank First of El Reno, Dorsey Jones Buick GMC of El Reno Family Dentistry, Dr. Kristen Jackson and Dr. Eric Parsons, Healthcare One Urgent Care of El Reno, and El Reno Rock Island Credit Union. If your business is considering being a sponsor, now is the time to do it. Don't hesitate. We have many games and matches left, including the playoffs all the way to state. And this spring, we'll be bringing you El Reno Indian baseball, just as we brought you every home game of the Lady Indian softball season. With all that being said, if you are considering being one of our sponsors, you can find out all the information from Brooke Robertson, El Reno Public Schools Community Outreach Director, at brenops.elrenops.org, or you can give her a call at 405-262-1107. Again, that's 405-262-1107. Brooke is extremely busy during the day, so if you can't reach her, send an email to El Reno's Athletic Director and head boys basketball coach Rodney Hayden at rhaydon@elrenops.org. With the impending weather coming in, we received this message from Tara Robler, Director of Communications and Information Systems for El Reno Public Schools this afternoon. And it says, if we can make the decision the night prior, then all student staff will be notified of the closure via Facebook, news channels, and all call, text almost immediately. If we have to wait until the morning of to make the decision, then Facebook and news channels are notified immediately, usually around 4:30 a.m. if possible. And however, the all-call text for students and staff will not be sent out until around 5:45 a.m. Thank you, Tara. We appreciate you and your husband, Roger, watching out for us and keeping us safe. Once again, we'd like to announce that our Teacher of the Year for our district is Jacqueline Smith. We will have an interview tomorrow night at halftime of the girls' game with Jacqueline. ER basketball tomorrow night, and of course all of this is weather pending, will be with Guthrie. It will be a home game, and come on out and support. The JV girls start at 3:45, JV boys at 4:45, and varsity girls tip off Lady Indians. Coach Jennifer Douglas's 1-0 and undefeated Lady Indians tip off at 6 p.m., followed by Coach Rodney Hayden's Indians, 9-2 on the season, tipping off at 7:30. There will be no school on Monday. It is Martin Luther King Day, and we are celebrating and honoring the great man himself. And so we will not be having school on that day. On Tuesday, January 16th, ER basketball will travel to Shawnee. Tip-off, again, 3:45 for JV girls. Lady Indians tip-off at 6, boys to follow at 7:30. On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the 18th through 20th, will once again make the drive on I-40 East to compete in the 2024 Lowe's Fire Lake Arena Shawnee Invitational Tournament. On Thursday night, 7 p.m., Coach Jennifer Douglas's undefeated 11-0 El Reno Lady Indians will tip against Southeast. And at 8:30 p.m., Coach Rodney Hayden's 9-2 Indians will face off against the Bigsby Spartans. If you can't make the trip, you can catch all the action right here on elrenoindians.tv, powered by Squirtle. At this time, we want to recognize our District Site Teachers of the Year. From Hillcrest, Carissa Lideker. From Rose Witcher, Mackenzie Hickman. From Lincoln Learning Center, Rosie Lotus. From Robler Middle School, Kimberly Myers, whose son, sophomore Hunter Myers, is competing for the Indians at 144 tonight. Edidale, Debbie McCormick. High School and District Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Jacqueline Smith. And representing the El Reno Learning Center, Mr. Graham Snelding. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and job well done. As always, our cheer squad will be here. They do an incredible job with cheer coach Jacqueline Smith. Seniors are Ainsley Bailey, Emma Ketter, Natalia Guerrero, Chloe Thomas, Serenity Schneider. Underclassmen are Braylon Pfeiffer, Janaea Loretto, Zoe Wood, Bailey Schmidt, Camden Sears, Soledad Hernandez, Frankie Joe Walker, Macy Eaton, Bella Hart, Lily Hayes, Griselle Guzman, Olivia Spivey, Zoe Prestridge, Autumn Scott, Harper Looper, Sharon Marino, Rakelyn Hill, Cynthia Puebla, Samantha Guerrero, Hallie Ketter, and Carson Connor. And we appreciate these young ladies. They do an incredible job. They get our fans on their feet. And again, thank you to head coach, cheer coach, Jacqueline Smith. Well, it looks like tonight we're going to be starting with an exhibition. And they are getting ready. And maybe they have decided not to do that because I see one young lady in El Reno gear. And so I don't know. We'll be back in about a minute. And we began our first exhibition match. It's 100 girls match, and it's Remy versus Alita. Coach Chad Whitney. Remy with a nice move. Racking up quite a few points on riding time. Remy leads 4-0. And that's the end of the first exhibition, with Remy from El Reno getting a 6-0 decision. Good job by that young lady. Next up for El Reno is Autumn, and she is versing Gabriella, also from Hinton. And Hinton leads 5-0 after one. And 2 more points by Gabriella. She leads 10-0 over Autumn of El Reno. And a pin by Gabriella. Next up at 145 for El Reno is Lily versus Savannah from Hinton. Lily with a hip toss. Almost, if she gets a little bit more leverage, she'll have the pin. She can't quite get Savannah over, and she does it right there, and that's a pin with 17.7 seconds to go in the first. And your winner, Lily of El Reno. On the map 100s is Alita from Hinton, and I apologize, we do not have the young lady from Chickasha. We do not have her name. After one, Alita leads 2-0. Pinned by Chickasha. Ends the match in the second. Next up will be the 110s, and this is from Hinton, Gabriella. And again, I apologize, no names for the Chickasha squad members. We'll just say the young lady from Chickasha. Two points by Chickasha. Young lady from Chickasha leads 4-0 at the end of one. Beginning the second in referee's position. Young lady from Chickasha trying to get an escape. Good job by Gabriella, making sure that she does not get that escape and keeping her controlled, but then she does. Nice move by the young lady from Chickasha, 6-0. Chickasha going for the pin and got it. And that is the end of the match. And again, we apologize. We did not get the names of the Chickasha wrestlers, but we will be getting that soon for you. Also at 110, up next for Hinton is Denny. And she will also be going against a Chickasha wrestler. Chickasha scores 2. And referee calls them out. Well, go back to the center. 29.9 in the first. One point scored by Denny of Hinton. And that's the end of the first with a score 2-1, Chickasha. Starting session 2 in the referee's position. One point for an escape for Hinton. Chickasha takes the back, 2 points. And escape. Denny from Hinton trails, and now she goes ahead. Denny doing a good job controlling, riding time, and she leads 5-4 at the end of 2. Two-point takedown by Chickasha. .30 seconds to go in the match. .15, 6-5 advantage to Chickasha, and out of bounds. The official brings them back to the center. And that's it. And 6-5 victory for Chickasha.
going to welcome those of you that are joining us tonight on the live stream. We just finished the introductions of alumni wrestlers that are here tonight for Alumni Night. It's good seeing a lot of these guys coming back, guys that haven't been around in a while. Mike Little, Wayne James, Jeff James, Kyle Whitney. A lot of guys from way back when that haven't been here in a while that are back in the gym tonight, along with some of the ones that are familiar. Every Duel, Ben Eicher, Kevin Kurtz, Derek Fleener, Chad Whitney. So a lot of family in the building tonight for El Reno Wrestling. There's a lot of tradition, a lot of history, a lot of championships, and a lot of sweat poured in by those guys, and it's good to see them, good to touch base with all of them again. Alumni Night is always a fun night to see people come back, so always an exciting night, an exciting duel, and so we're ready for a little high school wrestling as they start their warm-ups. We'll get the girls going here in just a little bit and hopefully have a good night of wrestling tonight.
Well, Pat, we appreciate you being with us because I absolutely know very little about wrestling. I enjoy it. I had a great nephew that just finished his career at Hofstra University, went to the NCAA twice. So there's a lot of wrestling in our background, but I was from a small country school and we didn't have it. And so I'm looking forward to watching this. Last year's match was real exciting, and last year's team was just phenomenal. We had ended up with 4 state champions. Wasn't that correct?
We didn't have any state champions. We had 2 state champions last year. We had several qualifiers last year. So 2-time state champion Will Hager last year. Daly Jennings won state championship last year. So it was nice to see state championships come back home, and hopefully Coach McDonald and his staff can continue that trend going forward. I know both of these 2 teams tonight on the boys' side are both a little short-handed. The flu bug and some injuries have hit them, so they're both taking a little hit tonight, but it still should be a pretty good duel tonight between El Reno and Chickasha.
Yes, we saw a future possible state champion in the 8th grade boys.
We did.
He's a beast.
He is. He's good. But I didn't mention her just a minute ago, but I'm a little remiss in not mentioning his sister, Kaylee Davis, also a state champion last year. So we had 3 state champions last year. I don't want to leave Kaylee out there. Kaylee's a phenomenal wrestler. I don't know that we're going to get a chance to see her in action tonight because Chickasha looks to have a forfeit unless they bump up at that weight. We may not get to see Kaylee wrestle tonight, but she's a phenomenal wrestler. She's got a great future in store for her, wrestling at the next level. She's going to definitely be a favorite to win another state championship this year. So really wish we could see her in action tonight, but I just don't know that that's going to happen, looking at the lineups right now.
Well, and who was the young man, Pat, that was doing such a phenomenal job in the semifinal and broke his arm? He had upset.
Well, I know last year Spencer Davidson got hurt in the semifinals. I think that may have been his ankle. For Spencer last year, he had been wrestling well, and I think you may be thinking of Spencer Davidson in the semifinals. He ended up breaking his ankle, and I think that ended up lingering into football season this year a little bit and kept him out a little bit. And Spencer's actually going to be out tonight again. Coach McDonald said they're holding him out for a little bit to try to get him healthy for later in the year. So he's not going to be in action tonight either.
I know that last year you were helping me in the absence of Dallas Curtis, and you were helping me with a basketball game, and you were also watching what was going on at the state wrestling.
We had that's every year we have that schedule going on where we have a regional basketball game happening here, and we have state wrestling tournament going on there, and so you kind of got to have eyes in both places. Last year was exciting because we did have Daly and Will in the finals, and that was an exciting time for Will to win his 2nd state championship, and for Daly to go win that first one was a big deal for him. So we kind of were watching 2 different things last year at the same time, and hopefully we get that opportunity again this year to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
our boys will be heading to Carl Albert tomorrow to the Carl Albert tournament. It's a big tournament in 5A wrestling because it goes a long way to seeding that state tournament. It goes a long way to seeding the regionals for that. So hopefully our guys are in shape and ready to go tonight, but they're also in shape and ready to go tomorrow at Carl Albert. And then Tuesday they come right back, barring weather and any inclement weather changes. They go to Carl Albert for district duels, and district duels is a big thing because that's going to determine if we get a chance to go to dual state or not. So we need to be prepared to go to Carl Albert and wrestle our district teams, and more than likely Carl Albert in the finals of that thing. So see who gets the opportunity to go to district duels this year.
Yeah, so it will be a good measuring stick for them when they wrestle Carl Albert this weekend.
That Carl Albert tournament is always a good measuring stick because you got most of the top teams in 5A will be at the Carl Albert tournament this weekend, and they'll get a chance to look at a lot of that. So
that's great. That's great. You were just mentioning something, and I was going to hit it very quickly. I did it earlier, and it is a message from Tara Robler, our Director of Communications and Information Systems for El Reno Public Schools. It was an email that was sent out this afternoon. It said, if we can make the decision the night prior, then all student staff will be notified of the closure via Facebook, news channels, and all call text almost immediately. If we have to wait until the morning of to make the decision, then Facebook and news channels are notified immediately, usually around 4:30 a.m. if possible. However, the all call, all text for students and staff will not be sent out until around 5:45 a.m. And that is due to the weather that is coming in. We just wanted to let our listening people know that that's what's going on right now and making you aware. And we appreciate Tara and all the prior work that beforehand work that she's been doing on that, because it is something that it looks like it's going to kind of skirt around and miss us, but it also looks like we're going to have a lot of freezing rain coming in. So everybody stay safe and sound. And if that should not happen, then we'll be right back here tomorrow night with El Reno Indians. Lady Indians tipping off at 6, boys tipping off at 7:30. Pat, the girls are undefeated this year, looking good. And the boys have been a huge surprise to many people, 9-2 and playing some great basketball.
They have. The girls have really been phenomenal this year. You really hope that they can stay fresh. They've been in a lot of routes.
Yes.
For a lot of lack of a better word, they're winning by 50 and 60 in some of these games, and
right.
It's hard to stay sharp sometimes whenever you're winning so big. It's hard to stay locked in. So
yes,
you'd really like to see them get a game that's a little competitive as they start getting later in the season. I know the Shawnee tournament next week will be a challenge for them. There's some good teams there. I know the boys tomorrow night, Guthrie is a highly ranked team.
Yes.
Guthrie is a very, very good boys basketball team. So it's going to be a challenge for our boys. I know Coach Hayden will have them ready to go and be on top of that. So if you don't have any plans for Friday night, Thunder play tonight. They don't play tomorrow night. There's nothing else going on, no football tomorrow night. So come out to Gene Simmons tomorrow night and enjoy a night of basketball as the girls take on Guthrie, followed by the boys, and it'll be a fun night. And then next week they'll get ready to go to Shawnee in the Shawnee tournament.
The girls open Thursday night at 7 o'clock against Southeast, and the boys follow at 8:30 against Bigsby.
Yeah.
Two tough competitors that the boys are facing back to back.
The boys tournament at Shawnee appears to be pretty stacked.
Yes.
Bixby, Broken Arrow, Mustang, Choctaw. It's a loaded tournament, so it'll be a challenge. And then the girls, it looks like, they could play Ardmore. They could end up playing Yukon, Coweta. So the competition's going to get tougher as we go, as we start getting to the end of this year. This is the first year ever for 5A basketball that they have districts.
Yes.
So we're paired in districts with other teams, and our district ranking within our district is what's going to determine our placement in the postseason. So we really need to wrestle well within our district so we get a good placement and a good seed in that district tournament. You know, our district is kind of stacked with Carl Albert and Crossings Christian and Guthrie. It's a pretty stacked district for us, so we...
Is that both in basketball and wrestling?
No, that's just basketball.
Just basketball.
That's just,
okay.
Just 5A basketball districts this year. First time they've had districts in basketball.
Yes. Who is in the district with us in wrestling?
Well, I know Carl Albert is. It's changed from last year. Last year we had Elgin, and I think maybe Carl Albert, maybe McGinnis, maybe Northwest Classen.
Okay.
Maybe don't quote me on that, but I'm kind of thinking that might be it. You know, in the past we've had Elgin, we've had Carl Albert. It changes every year a little bit, so.
Well, if you were with us last weekend, again, I'm going to, Pat, apologize one more time. The internet was something to reckon with in Anadarko, and so we were not able to be on the live stream. I tried the best I could to do a Facebook Live, and some people were telling me that there was so much motion that they had to turn it off because it was making them sick to watch. Or they just put the phone down and listened to me, one of the two. But anyway, the girls were victorious over a very good Anadarko team that was undefeated and ranked number 2 in 4A. And the boys also came away with a very nice victory over a tough Cash team in the semifinals, and then an equally tough Anadarko team to advance and win the tournament, as well as the girls winning tournament. Carter Roman Nose, MVP for the boys, and Pauline Black Harmon, MVP for the girls. And the lights are down, and the spotlight is on the mat, and Pat, it looks like we're getting ready to start.
I think our ladies are fixing to run out here. This is the second ever El Reno Lady Indian wrestling duel. We had one last week against Clinton, in which they won, and so this is the second one. Chad Whitney is the girls' head wrestling coach. Chad's a former El Reno wrestler. He's a 3-time state champion himself, went to Oklahoma State University to wrestle, and he's taken over this year the first ever girls high school wrestling team in El Reno. And you know, they got 6 girls out there right now, but I promise you give Chad 2 years and they're going to have a full team. And we're going to be having full girls duels here. It's exciting for girls wrestling.
It is.
It's exciting that the sport is blossoming like it is. At the state tournament, you have an entire girls division and girls state champions. So the sport has really grown.
105 for Samantha Ellis or Aubrey Wright. And for El Reno, beautiful. 110 for Denny Bautista.
Right now we're just going through the introductions for the ladies.
115 receiving a forfeit will be Brooklyn Huggins.
100 we had Niley Miller. 105 Katie Colt. 115 Brooklyn Hoggins. 120 Claire Solansky.
Unfortunately tonight in the girls' duel, we're only going to end up having 2 matches due to the forfeits that both have. But it's just good to see a start. It's a great start for El Reno girls wrestling. It's a great start for girls wrestling around the state.
Yes.
It's a sport that's taken off. It's on the college level now. It's in the Olympics. So it's blossoming. It's moving forward, and I think Chad's going to do a phenomenal job with El Reno girls wrestling.
I know he's got a lot of young junior high girls that are very excited about what's going on.
Chad recruits the halls at Robler Middle School, getting those girls out ready to go next year when they become a 7th grader. So Niley Miller kicks it off for El Reno at 100 pounds. girls just trying to get position right now. You'll notice on the mat too, even alumni night brings back an old El Reno coach. Mitch Brown is in the house officiating tonight. Mitch has been around El Reno a long, long time. We all coached together and spent a lot of time together, so it's good seeing Mitch when he comes back. And we all get a little bit older, but it's good seeing everybody come back and reunite. I promise you, Mitch is a guy who wants to see a lot of action in the match, so he's going to be encouraging these ladies to really be aggressive and be offensive, and he doesn't want to see a dull match. Niley with the takedown right there. She's got her 2 on top. Now she's going to work to Turner. Good job with the half.
Very good.
She's going to get the fall right there. Nice job by Niley Miller to get the fall at 100 pounds. Now Reno takes a quick 6-0 lead. Give it right back to Chickasha here at the next match with the forfeit. But then from then on, we should be ready to kind of take control of the duel with all the forfeits coming up and just one more match. We're going to have a forfeit first at 105 before we can have our next match. Looks like Katie Culp ready to go, but she's going to have to wait just a minute while either Samantha Ellis or Aubrey Wright can take the forfeit at 105. So there's your forfeit, and that makes the duel 6-6 right now. Now Katie can get checked in and get ready to go at 110 pounds. This is Denny Batista from Hinton coming out.
Denny Batista. For El Reno, Katie Culp.
And we saw Denny earlier in an exhibition, and she did a very good job. So this ought to be a good match.
Exhibition matches are really good just to get some mat time, just to get some experience. You know, you can't always match up and get a match in a duel, and in an exhibition you're not bound by weight necessarily. You can just pit 2 people together in an exhibition and let them get some good experience on the mat. Katie hard on that head right now. Really attacking her head right now, and gonna go get a fresh start back in the center. Neither girl is willing to take that shot right now. They're both just comfortable tying up and kind of pushing back and forth right now. Katie trying to get hand control. Yeah, she reached in there. Not necessarily a full shot, but she reached in. Oh, and there she goes. Coming out on top, gets her 2 on the edge of the mat. Can she keep her on? Going to turn her back on maybe? He's going to turn her back on. Watch that full Nelson there. She's awful close. I don't know that Mitch necessarily caught that full Nelson. Now she goes off the mat.
It's a good job.
Awful close to a full Nelson,
yes,
but I think she got kind of got away with that one maybe, which we'll start fresh here with Katie on top and see if she can work to turn her in the middle of the mat. Going right back to that half. Going to get out there and try and run it. And I think she may be going to get it here. She does. She loses the half, but she still gets the fall.
Nice job. Stuck with it.
She did a nice job by Katie Culp to get the fall there. Puts the Lady Indians up 12-6. We're going to go through a series of forfeits here for El Reno. Then that will be the end of this duel here tonight, unless they're going to do any exhibitions along the way, which I don't know that they are. I think Chad Whitney eager as Katie comes off the mat. Chad's over there coaching her up, telling her to avoid that full Nelson and helping her to be ready for the next match when she comes up. And there's Kimberly Laura. Now we'll get Kaylee Davis coming out to take her forfeit, and then Hannah Cohen. Kaylee Davis was wrestling really well last week at the Supergirl in Tulsa, and she got sick. Ended up not being able to finish that tournament. Hannah Cohen wrestled really well at the Supergirl last week as well for El Reno. So those are the two anchors of the girls wrestling team. Looks like we're gonna have a match here. Looks like maybe Hinton's bumping Kimberly Laura up to wrestle Kaylee Davis. So Kaylee is going to get a match tonight. Kaylee, state champion for El Reno last year, and that match lasted all of 7 seconds.
Wow.
So that's Kaylee Davis for you right there. She's
little brother doesn't have much on her.
No, I don't think Kaylee takes a back seat in the wrestling world in that house. She does a really good job. Looking forward to watching her go win another state championship this year and move on to college next year. Hannah Cohen takes the final forfeit there. Hannah's a really good wrestler too. I wish we would have got to see her tonight, but not going to happen. Second ever win for El Reno girls wrestling in the history of the program. So they are now officially in the history of El Reno girls wrestling. They are 2-0. We can officially say El Reno girls wrestling has never lost a duel. Chad Whitney 2-0 in his career. It's a great start for them. Exciting to have it. So now we get ready for the boys and introductions for the boys as they come out.
Well, Pat, tonight for the Indians at 1:13, we'll have Terry Guzman. At 1:20, Nico Gonzalez. 1:26, Fox Kurtz. For Chickasha, that was Brummett. Egan Ladd will face Terry Guzman at 1:13. Joshua Moore will face at 1:20 Nico Gonzalez. Clint Longenacre will face Fox Kurtz at 1:26. At 1:32, receiving a forfeit will be Matthew Snyder. At 1:38, receiving a forfeit for El Reno is Preston Scott. At 1:44, Cooper Brumley from Chickasha, and he will be facing Hunter Myers. 1:44. Colbert will be facing Trevor Robinson at 1:50. 1:57 for Chickasha, Cash Wilson. He will be facing Rustin Cook. 165 will be a double forfeit. 175, Tyler Alexander for Chickasha will receive a forfeit. Jonathan Mullins from Chickasha will face Coleman Eicher at 190. Aiden Benitez from Chickasha will face Nick Mitchum, 215 for El Reno. And for Chickasha, Landon Milliser will face Eric Parker at 285. The Indians are coached by Anthony McDonald in his inaugural season, Pat, and he's doing a good job.
Anthony McDonald took over kind of late, and he's done a good job coming in. He's got a great staff.
He does.
he's got Chad Whitney down there. He's got Austin Mogg down there. He's got Derek Fleener down there. Just between those guys right there, there's 9 state championships just between those guys right there. So a lot of championship medal between Mogg and Chad and Derek. He's got Jackson Gilmore down there helping him as well. Jackson wrestled at Yukon High School. A lot of championships won over there by Jackson, so it's good to have him in the room. He brings a lot of expertise.
You bet.
Going back to the wrestling districts real quick, just Fred Slaughter's helping me out here. Coach Slaughter's obviously on the live stream right now listening because he just shot me the district we're in for district duels, and we do have Carl Albert, Woodward, Bishop McGinnis, and John Marshall in our duels next Tuesday to see who goes to dual state. So thank you to Coach Slaughter for joining the live stream. You may be the only one out there on tonight, Coach, but we're glad you're listening to us at least, and we're glad you're assisting us with the district duel teams that we'll be facing next week. So as we get ready to go here, El Reno Indians, Chickasha fighting Chicks. We used to wrestle Chickasha here and there more when they were in 5A. They dropped down to 4A, but apparently somehow, and I don't really understand how, Chickasha is back in 5A for wrestling only. I can't really explain that to you, but
right.
They're in 5A and very good. They're ranked number 3 in 5A, by the way. So,
and that was at 108. Kanan Brummett receiving his forfeit, and on the mat, Egan Ladd for Chickasha and Terry Gooseman for your El Reno Indians at 113. Pat, take it away.
Well, we got quite a scrum going early, Terry. And right now they're just kind of wrestling for position here. Terry trying to get his hip up and get behind the arms. He did. Oh, quick reversal. Right off the bat here. Looked like Terry was going to get in position. Didn't quite get through that. Terry's going to have to battle legs here, it looks like. Leg riders are always tough. If they get those legs in, you're going to be in trouble a lot of times. Good job by Terry to avoid that. Nice job by Terry to come out on top and get a couple back points there maybe. Nope. Didn't quite secure the back points there. Did get the reversal back. Now he's going to get his back points right there and maybe even get the fall if he can hold. There it is.
Got the fall. Great job. Terry Gooseman.
Nice job by Terry to stick with it. Didn't quite get the takedown right off the bat. Didn't give up and continued to wrestle. Ended up coming up and getting the fall. Puts El Reno back tied at 6-all.
Next on the mat at 120 for your El Reno Indians, Nico Gonzalez, and he'll be facing Joshua Moore.
Nico's been around the wrestling room for a while. Nico's wrestled quite a bit, so he knows what he's doing out there. We'll see how he does here against this Chickasha Josh Moore.
Nico's a senior, isn't he, Pat?
I believe Nico is a senior. I know the coaches were really pleased with Nico in the preseason coming into the season about how well he was looking in the room. Nico's battled some injuries and some things over the years, so it's good to see him on the mat right now. And hopefully he can really gain his form and finish strong with a nice year. The team really needs that out of him. They need a good, strong performance out of him to finish this year out, get to the state tournament. Nico trying to work the 2-on-1 there. Like to see them set up their shots. Josh Moore takes two shots, takes a shot, takes a reshot. Nico fends him off on the edge of the mat. Probably going to get a restart back to the center here. Goes for a low level, didn't quite get through there. Both guys kind of feeling each other out here right now still. Nico changing levels, trying to set up that shot, trying to get his perfect time to take that first shot. Looks like we may come to the end of the first period here, 0-0. Chickasha gets choice here. They're going to defer. Nico's going to go down, try to score the first points of the duel. I always liked going down. I never was a guy that wanted anybody to defer. I wanted to go down and be aggressive early and know what I needed to do in that third period. So even though they deferred, I like the fact that we went down first. Nico gets out, gets his point. So
gets his point, yeah.
Gets that first point of the duel. I always liked going down first. I really wasn't a fan of the deferral. Both guys just content right now to stay on their feet and kind of not really take full shots yet.
Still kind of measuring each other out.
Yeah, I think they're both just kind of still searching, trying to find that perfect time for that perfect shot. Nice low level by Nico. Going to finish it. Yes, he is. Going to finish, get the two. Going to try and keep the Turk right there, maybe to get two. Nice adjustment by Nico there. Still working. It's still going to get him up, I think. Coming close to breaking that plane. There he goes. He's got his back points, going to secure it and get the 3 back points right here. Now he can try to adjust maybe to get the fall because he's got his back point secured.
It's close.
I don't know that he's going to actually get a fall right there. He may have to adjust a little bit more to get that up. There it is right there. Oh, I thought he might have had him right there. I thought maybe we had him right there. I think he's awful close.
Yeah, very close.
Awful close.
Got to give credit to Moore. He is fighting.
He is fighting. There we go.
Got it.
There we go. Nice job by Nico. You know, in a duel that they expected to be this close, getting falls is a great advantage for you to score a lot of extra points and may decide the duel in the end as opposed to just getting a win. So
right.
Nice job by Nico there.
Up next for your El Reno Indians at 126, Fox Kurtz. He goes against Clint Longenacre.
Fox wearing the mask tonight. He's got a broken nose, I believe, and so that mask just fell off, I think, maybe. So I don't know how well he's going to perform. That mask may be a distraction for him because I think it just slipped off on that takedown there. I
think you're right.
Messing with it there. So those masks, when they're on, can really impair your vision a little bit. Longenacre's got 2 back points right there. Fox was able to fight back at it before that, got that 3rd back point. So it looks like he got a 2-point near fall there. Now they're back. Oh, that was an unorthodox move there that I would never recommend to any wrestler out there to flip over to your back to pull them through.
Correct.
Way too many times I've seen that go the other way.
The other way, yeah.
I've seen guys winning matches by 8-9 points and try to do something like that and get caught and stuck, and it never is a good feeling then. So a lot of time in this match. Fox just needs to keep on wrestling. He needs to keep on battling. Fox is a state qualifier. He's a junior. Brother of Kyler Kurtz last year, who was a state runner-up for El Reno. His dad, Kevin Kurtz, is in the building tonight, an alumni. Kevin's a former state champion at El Reno, wrestled at Harvard, which is where his brother Kyler is right now. So Fox just needs to keep on working. avoid that right there. We got 10 seconds. We got short time right here, so if he can avoid getting turned right here in this short time, he's going to be down 4-0 going into the second period.
He did a great job avoiding the pin a couple of times.
Yeah,
and that mask, like you said, you can tell it's...
mask is still something he's not comfortable with. His nose might have got roughed up with that mask coming undone on him, so we'll see if they reevaluate the mask idea and do something different here, or if looks like we may have a little blood time with him on his nose too. Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to have blood time going. So they were debating before the duel about the mask and whether he should wear it or not wear it. So.
And now, did you say he broke his nose?
I think that's what they were saying down there, was that maybe he had broken his nose at some point, or. So we'll see what they decide to do here.
And Pat, they're counting down. Does he have 5 minutes?
He has 5 minutes of blood time.
Okay.
The blood time will stop whenever they get the bleeding stopped. So then they can get everything cleaned up after that. That will not be part of blood time. So blood time will run until they get the bleeding stopped, and then they can finish cleaning him up. If you run out of blood time that 5 minutes, then you do default out of the match, and Chickasha would then get the 6 points, the equivalent of a fall. So they'll be working to get the blood stopped and working to see if he can get back in this match. If they can get the bleeding stopped, they'll stop the blood time, and that's how much he'll have left for the rest of the match.
Right.
Looks like they have stopped the blood time, so they've got the bleeding stopped. They're finishing cleaning Fox up here. Looks like the mask is staying on the headgear, so looks like he'll continue to wear the mask to finish the duel out.
And if you've ever played any sport and had basketball, had an elbow to the nose or whatever sport, that is an injury that it's hard to protect.
It does. Well, he's not going to wear the mask. He's going to shuck the mask and just go without it. Fox will start the second period down. Needs a good quick first move here. Logan Aker has proven to be very tough on top at this point. Fox is battling here, going to get to his feet, get his one. Nice job.
Very good.
They're back on their feet. Oh, I think Fox got a little aggressive there.
Yeah. I think he didn't quite get a center of gravity low enough to flip him.
Not sure if he was trying to throw there, trying to get a takedown, or what happened there, but going to have to try to battle back, maybe have a little more blood here. Yep, we're back to blood time on Fox, so blood time will start back up. It's got about a little over 3 minutes of blood time remaining. Looks like after this match, we're going to get 2 forfeits for El Reno. With Matthew Snyder and Preston.
That's
Preston
correct.
Scott look like they're going to get 2 forfeits before we come to our next match. So we'll see if Fox can come back here. Down 6-1 right now. You know, one thing for Fox, I know he wants to come back. He wants to win this match, and he certainly can. Certainly enough time on the clock that he can come back and win. It's not an insurmountable lead, 6-1 at this point, but the other thing is, as the match draws on down the road, he wants to make sure that he doesn't give up too many bonus points to Chickasha in this match.
Right.
And at the very least, maybe try to keep it to a decision. But that's not in your right now. In your mind, is trying to get out of bottom and getting on top, and coming back and getting the win. All right, looks like we're ready to go. It's not a mask, but it looks like there's a lot of tape on his face maybe to try to keep the blood out, but I don't know how much that's going to affect his breathing. So obviously Fox is going to be affected by this. Hopefully he can overcome it. Wrestling's a sport where you have to overcome a lot. That crossface right there, right across the nose by Longenacre didn't help any. I promise you that.
No.
I promise you Fox felt every bit of that crossface that came right across his face there.
You bet.
And I'm sure Longenacre had a little bit of extra oomph on it too. So they go off the mat. Going to get a fresh start back in the center again.
Less than a minute to go, Pat.
Fox needs a good first move. Got a little too quick there. I like the aggressiveness, though. If you're going to get out there, you need to have a good first move, and he went quick, just a little too quick. They're going to have to be careful now. Next one's going to give a point to Longenacre, and so we want to avoid that. So he had to sit there a little longer that time. Didn't get his arm cleared. Longenacre was able to catch his arm. Want to fight back through here, not get turned. Looks like Longenacre's going to get both legs in here and stretch him out a little bit. Nice job of kicking one out.
Yeah.
Going to try to attack the head. Longenacre's a little high. Fox is trying to attack his head there, but didn't quite get it accomplished. He's still battling that one leg that Longenacre has in. Going to try to attack the head again. Keep on wrestling here, Fox. Keep on wrestling here.
He's working.
Oh, did not give him the too near fall there. So that was a good job by Fox to avoid that. Got short time, 5 seconds. Avoid any more points here, Fox. You know, Fox wrestled all the way to the end. I know he's struggling. I know that nose is bothering him right now.
Well, and breathing as well.
Breathing, hurting, but, you know, he wrestled all the way to the end of that period. So you like to see that effort out of him. Let's see if he can finish this final period out. Going to be on top to start this period. See if he can have any. So he's going to try to go for legs himself here.
He is.
Maybe try and stretch Longenacre out a little bit. Fox is a long, lanky kid, so those long, lanky kids like to throw legs a lot. Like to dig in and stretch you out, so we'll see what he can do with that. Got to really stretch him out, maybe try to get that power half in on top of that and push that head underneath. Trying to get that turn. Oh, he almost had it. Slipped off of there, but
close.
I thought he might have had it there for a second. Stretch him out again and try to go for it again. Just stretch him out here and put that. Oh. Looks like Coach Brown might have called a stalemate there. Going to give him a fresh start back over again. Thought like both guys were in a position where they weren't going to improve anything. Fox will go right back to that leg again and try to stretch him out again. That's
good tactic.
Good strategy by Fox. He's a little high. He needs to really stretch him out here and break him down. Not get too far in front of his arms. A little too far, and he's going to come over the top. Longenacre on top. Let's see if Fox can keep fighting here. That's a good job by Fox to fight through that.
Yeah.
He gave up the 2 reversal. He gave up the 2 near fall, but let's see if he can switch this back and get back on top and get back to just a major decision right here by scoring 2 points to end this. So it'll be a big 2 points if Fox can battle here. Get 2 points. Gets his head out, gets around. He's almost there. There you go. Now he's back to 10-3. Got it back to a decision. In a sense, he just scored a point for El Reno there. So
yeah, he did.
Giving up the major, he's just in a position to give up a decision right now. So if he could turn him right here, maybe get a fall, but at the very least, he averted that major that looked like it might be for a second. So way to wrestle to the end.
You bet. Showed a lot of heart.
He did. He wrestled hard. He wrestled till the end. He showed a lot of grit there. A lot of guys would have just laid down when he got on his back there at the end, as much pain as he's probably in and a struggle breathing as he has. So I know that the loss isn't, he probably doesn't like the loss, but he can take a little bit of satisfaction in the fact that he wrestled to the end.
You bet. Next up, let's see.
Matthew Snyder just got
Matthew
the forfeit.
Snyder, yep. And 138, Preston Scott will get a forfeit.
Matthew Snyder was a state qualifier last year, wrestled at the state tournament. Preston Scott's just a freshman. He was a junior high state placer last year at the junior high state tournament. I know they got a lot of hope for Preston coming up through the years, being just a freshman right now.
Nice. And at 144, we have Hunter Myers, good-looking sophomore, and he's going against Cooper Brumley.
Shout out to Hunter Myers' mama, who was the Robler Middle School
That's
teacher,
right.
teacher of the year. So quick shout out to Kim Myers there. I know she's proud of Hunter and the work he does.
You bet.
This guy's starting off really aggressive right here off the bat. On the end, probably going to end up back in the middle here, yep. Oh. Cooper Brumley takes the shot. Hunter counters it. Get those hips back and try to work those hips back and maybe get around. It's a way to hip into him. Nice job by Hunter. That was a very nice job of hipping into him and just driving him back. Now going to try to work that half and get him turned here. Going to try and bar up that far arm and just run a half. Needs to kind of pull him forward when he runs that half there. He needs to jump over there and run that, kind of pull him into him a little bit.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. He's just kind of balling up underneath, just trying to avoid that half turning him. He's still working it. We're down to short time here, so Hunter wants to make sure that he just stays in position and doesn't give up anything cheap here at the end. Going to get a fresh start with 4 seconds left. Oh, count. Oh. I think we might have got 2 points there. I think we might have missed out on 2 near fall points right there.
That was close.
I'm not going to say too much about the officials. So
he ran out of time too. If he would have had about another 10 seconds.
He hustled around there and did the best he could. We're going to get a locked hands here. We're going to get a locked hands. Longacre locked his hands on top right off the bat, so looks like Hunter got a point out of that. Coming back up. Get your hips out. Get your hips out, Hunter. Got to keep his feet clear when he gets his hips out.
Trying to stack him up, couldn't quite get it.
Kind of got that leg trapped underneath. This may end up ending in a stalemate here in a minute if they don't improve their positions a little bit.
Pat, you said the point for hands locked. Explain that.
Well, when a wrestler's on top and in control on top, he can't lock his hands unless he has an arm inside of it there. So when he just locks his arms, locks his hands around the body when he's on top, down on the mat, you can't do that, and that's a point for the person on bottom at that point.
Okay.
If you got an arm in there with it, then you can lock your hands when you're in a pinning combination. Hunter tried to catch it
He's
there.
still, yeah.
Tried to catch his near fall there again.
Hunter's at 5-0 with 30 seconds to go in the second.
Got 15 seconds left here. You don't want to lose position here and give up anything cheap late, so there's no big risk here to turn him if you don't have it. Just kind of hold what you got. Get to the end of the period, and let's get a fresh start in the third period. Hunter up 5-0. Needs to get to that eight-point margin to get a major. Guy's tying up again. Going to try a throw by Brumley. Going to try to throw. Didn't quite have it there.
And he got him.
Hunter caught him and just got the fall. Looks like Cooper Brumley from Chickasha just went for broke there. That's what he had to do. Down 5-0. Just thought he could get something, and it just didn't happen for him.
Good job by the sophomore.
Good job, Hunter Myers.
Hunter Myers. Up next for your El Reno Indians, number at 150, Trevor Robinson, and he will be against Cole Byer from Chickasha.
Little positioning here early between Byer and Robinson. Byer looking to finish the takedown on the edge. He's going to get it, and then they're going to go back to the middle. Byer goes up 2-0 early. Let's see if Robinson can have a first move here and maybe get to his feet. Nice job coming up. Didn't clear his foot. He was very quick move. Came to his feet. Just didn't quite get it cleared, and allowed Byer to drop back down. He can kind of get that crossface on the other side. Going to go ahead and get the two right there. Nice job.
Yeah, very nice job.
That was a nice job by Robinson coming out of that on bottom. Needs to continue to work to get in better position here. Get that leg free. Watch that knee. Watch that knee. Little belly down right here. Don't give up any back. Belly down. Needs to fight hard to get back to his belly here. Not give up any near fall. It was a nice job by Byer to come back and get that reversal. Working hard to get the near fall on Robinson, and he's going to get two out of it for sure. Looks like maybe that's all he's going to get out of that was the two near fall. Looks like Robinson's going to hold it off. And
That's a really good job by Robinson to fight that off. He fought that off for 45 seconds, Pat.
So we go to the second period, 6-2. Byer up, back on top. Keep on. Robinson working to try to get square here and maybe get an escape. Byer's got that leg though, keeping him from getting around. Going to throw a leg in of his own, and now he's going to try to work a little cross body. 6'2" Buyer right now over Robinson. Have to be careful here. Watch that arm. Watch that arm. Might have taken that arm over his head a little quick. And Robinson going to roll through it. Nice job. Hasn't got anything yet though. Needs to get around at least to get a 1 here. I don't think he's been awarded anything yet. I don't think he's even been settled to be clear yet, so he's still in a down position. Even though it looks like he might not should be. That leg is still in control of Buyer, so he still hasn't got out and got his 1 yet. He needs to work that leg back before a stalemate comes here and get his 1. There you go. Looks like he might have got it there, might have broke that lock. No. I thought maybe right there at the end he had broke that lock and got back free enough to get his 1, but it looks like he didn't. Going to be back down again. Going to have to go back to work. Got to build that base back up and get up. Buyer going to try and run it here and get him turned before the buzzer at the end of the second period, maybe to pick up some points. Oh, we're going to throw that half on the far side. That was pretty nice by Buyer, but don't think he's going to get anything out of it right at the end of the period. So still a 4-point match going into the third period. Belly down, don't get, now he's in trouble. Gonna have to really fight right here. Gonna have to really fight to get that arm through and get back to his stomach. He's fighting. He's fighting. Work to get that arm free. Gives up the 3 near fall, makes it 11-2. Buyer's got that leg thrown in again. Oh, got that arm trapped as he tried to switch right there. Still got that arm caught. Can't get all the way around.
Yeah.
Buyer's going to take the arm over the head again. A little early for him to put that arm over his head. He really needs to work him back and bring that arm back first. Robinson's doing a good job fighting it off, though. Right now he's setting at a major decision, so going to give Chickasha 4 points right here if this score doesn't change. So going to have to watch that arm right here. Short time hold off right here. Keep it at a major. Avoid that fall and get some points for your team.
Good bridge right there.
Woo. That was close, but he does hold it to a major. That's 4 points for Chickasha. It's going to bring the dual score to 30-14 El Reno. (30-13) El Reno. We got
Pat at 165. It's a double forfeit.
It is. I think right here we're going to have who?
And at 175, Tyron Alexander receives a forfeit for Chickasha.
So this is going to be Cade Wilson for Chickasha, and it looks like it's going to get Hunter Davidson, who's a state qualifier, which means Rustin Cook for El Reno will probably bump up and take the forfeit at 165.
Okay.
So this is a big match for Hunter right here.
So, and this is who?
This is Hunter Davidson.
Hunter Davidson.
Hunter is a state qualifier last year, wrestled at the state tournament.
Yes.
Hunter had a little knee injury in football that he's still been battling most of the season to overcome and get back in wrestling shape.
And Pat, he's going against Cash Wilson for Chickasha.
Hunter takes the shot. Takes another nice reshot by Hunter. Gets in nice and deep.
That was.
He went for the head maybe a little quick. Go ahead and get your 2 and then worry about that. Go ahead and finish that shot and get your 2. Gets him back up, gets him down. Nice job by Hunter. Nice job. Tried to get a little greedy on the takedown maybe and take him to his back and just readjusted and just got the 2 to start with, and now he can go to work on top maybe here. Try to work on getting some near fall. And I remember Hunter Davidson from just a few years ago. He was a much smaller guy, wrestled at the lower weights, and Hunter's really grown, and he's become a pretty good-looking young man, very strong. Was a pretty good little football player this year for Coach Cook and the Indian football team. Hunter's dad also wrestled for us back in the day. He's got his 3 near fall here, so he's just trying to see if he can adjust to get the fall. A fall right here by Hunter would be huge, going for the dual score and the dual points at the end. I don't know that we're going to have time to get the fall out of this.
He's getting close.
2 seconds left.
It's a good job by Wilson to fight it off.
He did. You like seeing that from kids, you know, those kids that that refuse to get pinned.
Yes.
You know, that's just a pride issue when you just, I'm not going to get pinned. You know, you see too much of kids when they go to their back, they lay there and just give up the fall. And you like seeing these kids that just get it in their mind that they're not going to give up a fall.
Right.
5-0 Hunter to start the second period. Get that head up off the mat and come to his feet here.
Oh, nice.
Pop over, going to catch him, maybe right here, catch him
Got
in
him.
the back. Going to see if he can finish this off with the
Push
fall
him,
right
push
here.
Push him.
Yeah, there you
Atta
go.
boy.
There you go. That's going to push the Indian lead to 36-13. Looks like Rustin Cook's going to come out and take the forfeit here. It's going to push it to 42-13. Uh-oh, looks like Coach Randall from Chickasha is going to got some questions about a lineup or something at the
So this would be 165 and a double forfeit.
We should be at 165. El Reno weighed in 2 at 157. Hunter Davidson and Rustin Cook.
Uh-huh.
Hunter checked in and wrestled at 157. So I'm not sure what happened there, but it looks like they ended up awarding a double forfeit for some reason and didn't let Rustin Cook bump up to 157. I'm not real sure what happened there.
Double forfeit at 165.
Okay. It was a double forfeit at
I'm not real sure what happened
65.
there. Out being down at the head table to really hear what they said about why there was a double forfeit there. We have the sheets up here. It looks like that Rustin Cook weighed in at 157, but
correct.
190 for El Reno.
That changes a few things right there. We got 3 matches left. The Indians are up 17 points.
Yeah. Tyron Alexander received a forfeit at 175, and now we're at 190. We're with Coleman Niker for the Indians versus Jonathan Mullins.
Chickasha is still within striking distance here since Rustin couldn't take that forfeit there. So have to find out what happened there. That was a little puzzling right now without an explanation.
Got a headbutt? Is that what?
Maybe so.
Yeah.
A little inadvertent headbutt, I guess. The high school baseball team would like to have a shout out to them. They're working hard to get ready for their season. Coach Hill, Coach Shamblin, out there working the kids every day. Got a lot of kids out. Look forward to baseball. I always like baseball in the spring, but I like baseball in the later spring when it's warm. Baseball in February has a tendency to be a little miserable when you're freezing out there.
Just a little.
I enjoy baseball, love it. It's a great pastime, but baseball is meant to be played in warm weather. So,
and I visited with Coach Hill. You know, he's got some great young men that play for him. Grady Lesperance, one of them, and Grady helped me out big time with a couple of things recently. And I told him, I said, I didn't realize y'all didn't have anybody in the press box on live stream like I do with the girls softball. So I'm going to be doing the boys baseball this year.
That's exciting. Yeah, Coach Hill does a good job. He's taken a team to the state tournament a couple years ago and working to get back there. Rusty played baseball here in El Reno for us way back in the day. It seems like I say way back in the day more and more the older I get. And, it's just the way it is, I guess. But so it's exciting to see them working. It's exciting to see all of the other teams working. Coleman going for a headlock right there, just right on the edge, though. Coleman's also.
Now, I heard Iker in the group that was mentioned earlier, the alumni. Is that his father?
Coleman is a legacy of El Reno wrestling, I guess you could say. Ben Iker wrestled for El Reno back in the mid-'90s. Ben Iker was a state champion. So Coleman has that in him. Coleman's still young himself. Just got a lot of wrestling in El Reno ahead of him, and he's really starting to fill out. He's really, Coleman hopefully is going to be one of those kids that we've struggled lately to get in El Reno, a bigger kid.
Yes.
We've had little guys and middle-sized guys, but it's the bigger guys, the bigger bodies we've struggled with. So if Coleman continues to fill out like he is, we may get a good 215-pounder out of Coleman at some point in time, and he's going to be a good-looking kid.
Yeah, and coming up right behind him is a freshman, Nick Mitchum, that's really done some great things early on in his career. So
it's good seeing these young freshmen and sophomores. We had Preston Scott earlier, just a freshman. So it's good seeing these young guys out here getting some varsity action for the high school, and hopefully there's some state championships in their future coming up. Oh, he goes back for that headlock again. Is he going to be able enough to get his two right here if he can settle through, keep his feet on the mat? Oh, no. I thought he might have had his two, but it looked like maybe his foot was just off the line there and it didn't quite get it secured. That's twice right on the edge of the mat. Coleman's missed on that headlock. So like to see him now try it towards the center. Nice shot.
Yeah, it was.
Gets in on a single leg. Let's see if he can finish that off right here. Nice job. Mullins looked like he was going to fight it off with a hip lock, but Coleman was able to go ahead and fight through that. Coleman in not a good position right here. Got trapped underneath. Oh, just got trapped underneath there and was in control of the match when it happened. Mullins just kind of rolled through and caught him right there. That brings the dual score to 36-25. We got 2 matches left to go here.
Up next is 215, Nick Mitchum for the Indians, and he is going to be going against Aiden Benitez.
You know, it's really, really tough for freshmen to wrestle high school. It's really tough for freshmen to wrestle the upper weights in high school.
You bet.
Freshmen a lot of times are very successful at the lower weights because that's younger guys typically. But when you get up to these bigger weights, it's really hard for freshmen physically against older kids at these upper weights to.
That man, what experience they're getting.
They are, but sometimes they take it on the chin a little bit.
Yes.
When you put a freshman out at the upper weights, unless they're really just a physically mature freshman. Gets that arm out across his back. Going to try and push him over here, maybe switch off to a half and try and get a fall. Got that arm trapped.
"50 seconds. Can he fight it off?"
He's trying to fight back through, but he's got that arm trapped. If he can punch that arm through, he can get back to his stomach. Looks like he did a good job. Got back to his stomach. Oh. Gonna give it right back to him. And that's going to bring us to 36-31.
36-31.
And the heavyweight match is going to determine the duel.
It is. And up next for your El Reno Indians at 285, Eric Parker. And he'll be going against Landon Milliser.
A fall for Chickasha here will give Chickasha the duel. A major or less by Chickasha or a victory by Parker will give El Reno the duel. And so this is what it comes down to, the final match of the duel.
Well, so what exactly is heavyweight? Is it like 275 up, 265 up?
It's under 285.
Okay.
It used to be 275, but they gave the big boys several years ago 10 more pounds. So
right
now it is anything under 285, and I guess you'd have to be over about 193.
Okay.
So anything between about 193 and 285, you could wrestle heavyweight.
Heavyweight. Okay.
So Reno has had some good heavyweights over the years. Back when Creighton Solomon was a multi-year state champion at heavyweight for El Reno. Cody Dolphin was a heavyweight for El Reno. Looks like Chickasha is going to have Parker on his back here. He's going to have to try to fight off his back and get to his stomach. He can roll through right. He tried.
Close.
Didn't quite have the momentum. He's still fighting him off.
Attaboy. That's a good job.
That was a nice job by Eric Parker to fight off his back right there. Again, didn't give up the fall. Really fought hard to get off his back.
And actually, that looks like it gassed Milliser more than it did Parker. It looked like it gave Parker some adrenaline.
I would think they would be telling Eric that, watch out, they're probably going to throw him to his back again. That's probably a tactic they're going to try. So he needs to control the ties here and not let Chickasha control the tie. So he stays in position here. 5-1 right now. About 10 seconds left in the first period. Let's get through this first period and regroup here a little bit. Watch out for the throws. Watch out for the ties. Let's see. It's going to be our choice to start the second period, and Coach McDonald's going to tell Eric to go down. It does look like Milliser is tired right now, so Eric
Milliser may be used to, by the look of that, he's used to getting that.
All right. Looks like Parker's going to start the second period down. Needs to get a nice move here, get to his feet and get out and get his one. Gets up to his feet, see if he can get his hips out, peel that hand off, back to his feet. Watch out for the ties. Make sure if you tie up here, you want to be the one controlling the tie.
What classification is Eric?
Eric is a senior.
He's a senior.
I believe. I believe that he's a senior. They're going to get Milliser for continuing to hit him in the head, maybe poking him in the eye. I'm not sure what they saw there, but he's going to get a point out of that. So if they tie, you want to be the one controlling the tie here because you don't want to end up getting thrown to your back. The duel at stake in this final match right here, you want to make sure you keep yourself in good position, back out of that tie whenever you feel you're not in control. Inside control. Oh, Eric tries to pass it by right there. Nice job by Eric. Keep him on the mat. Oh, that was a very nice pass by Eric right there. Set that up perfectly, passed him by. Just couldn't quite get it finished on the mat. Let's see if he goes back and tries that again here. Keeps the pressure on Chickasha a little bit. Keep that inside tie. Control that hand underneath there. You know, you feel Milliser leaning into you a little bit. Go back to that pass by again just like you did. Don't let him get inside. Tried it again right there.
He tried it, yeah.
Don't let him get inside control. Keep wrestling right here. Keep that inside ties where you want to be right now. You're on the edge of the mat. Know where you're at. You got short time. Looks like we're going to go to the third period, 5-3. Eric takes a shot right at the end. Like seeing that. Eric's aggressive right now.
Yeah.
You know, you don't always see heavyweights being that aggressive. Eric's putting the pressure on him. So we got one final period. 2 minutes to go. 5-3 in the match for Landon Milliser and Chickasha. 36-31 El Reno in the dual score. You know, Eric wants to win this match, but at the very least he wants to keep it at a major.
Right.
Or less.
Well, and Eric is staying away from that tie-up that almost got him.
He is. He's going to have to keep doing that because I would imagine that may come again.
There's a lot of hand fighting going on, trying to, with Milliser trying to get that again.
Eric still keeps trying that pass by here, trying to pass him by. Oh, heavy on the head by Milliser. Eric gonna have to roll through hard. He does. He gives up the takedown, but he didn't go to his back. Now
he gets up and he
gets back
escape.
up.
There it goes.
Took a lot out of Milliser.
Atta boy.
Keeps trying that throw, trying to get that quick catching Eric on his back, and so he's going to have to be aware here that whatever happens, if he gets in a little bit of a scrum here, he's going to have to know that he needs to belly down and get out of that so he doesn't end up on his back.
50 seconds, Pat.
The team needs him to come through right here with anything less than a major to get the dual win for the team. I know he wants to win. He wants to stay aggressive and try to get a takedown, maybe try to get some back points and win the match, but he also needs to, for the team, come through here and get the win for the team to get the dual win. So
you bet. 30
Milliser's
seconds.
Tired. Try that pass by again right here, maybe.
Right.
Try and get him through, but just be aware and don't do anything here at the end. It's gonna bite you.
Yeah,
He's really,
that's right.
Milliser's really getting tired right
he
now.
Is.
So
he is.
Eric needs to keep that tie.
Eric needs
control
to.
of that tie.
You bet.
Passing by
Good
here
try.
if you can. Don't take sloppy
10.
shots. Short time, don't give anything up.
5 seconds. Oh! Good job, Eric.
Oh, he didn't get any near fall out of that. They didn't give it to him. He's going to lose the match, but he's going to win the duel for El Reno. So El Reno's going to come out on the duel 36-34. So Eric did that for the team. Looked like at the end he might get a takedown and maybe get a chance to get back in the match, but he did what he needed to do right there for the team.
For the team, you bet.
Good job for Eric Parker right there, fighting off his back early and getting the dual win for the team. So good night for the Indians to get a win over Chickasha. Exciting duel coming down to the last match.
You bet. You bet. Pat, thank you so much.
Kurt, I enjoyed doing it, enjoyed being here. It was a fun night, and we hope to see everybody tomorrow night at the basketball game for El Reno and Guthrie.
Well, one more time, I'm going to very quickly give you this from Tara Robler, Director of Communications and Information Systems. If we can make the decision the night prior, which is tonight, then all student staff will be notified to the closure via Facebook, news channels, and all call, text almost immediately. If we have to wait until the morning of to make the decision, then Facebook and news channels are notified immediately, usually around 4:30 a.m. if possible. However, the all call / text for students and staff will not be sent out until around 5:45 a.m. Thank you, Tara Robler, and be safe out there, everybody. Go Indians!